healing takes time. You can imagine with everything that I've been through and all of the things that I'm still currently experiencing, it has taken me many years to get to a place of peace and acceptance. There were many moments where I had such angry feelings towards my diagnosis, feelings of sadness, feelings of hopelessness, and even moments when I did not want to be here anymore and I considered unaliving myself. And yet doing the necessary work, going deep within myself to those uncomfortable spaces and taking the time to work through all of those hard and yucky emotions has allowed me to get to a place of ultimate strength and victory that I'm at today. I know that the feelings that you're dealing with are not easy at the moment, and you probably feel really hopeless and alone. But I promise you that you're not. As long as you stick with me here on the Heart Train, I am confident that I can get you to not just to a place of peace and acceptance, but a place that you can face your diagnosis head on with strength, resilience, and fortitude. And there is no doubt in my mind that together we can be victorious. Healing and understanding come gradually, and you're allowed to take it one step, one breath at a time. The other important thing to remember is that, like I said before, this will take time and patience. This feeling of disassociation, it might linger for a while, and it may take some time to get over. But in time, many people find that it softens, especially if you implement some of the exercises and techniques that I mentioned in this video. I promise you that with support, self-compassion, and patience, you will find your way back to yourself. Take this journey at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to other people and where they're at on their journey. Disassociation sometimes has a way of convincing us that we are not in control. That is a lie. We are in control, and through the disassociation process, we have to regain that control. The sooner we are able to do so, the sooner we can then dictate how our life will go. We are then the creators of our own destiny. You choose how you experience the rest of your life. You choose your perception and the way that you process everything that happens to you. On paper, my diagnosis of myofibrillar myopathy is a beyond hopeless one. One without a cure, a treatment. One where I should just be a disabled body laying in a bed, eating Jell-O, and watching television. And yet I made up my mind in 2010 that that was not going to be my story. Instead, I dug deep within myself and did the very necessary work to turn my pain into purpose. And through my diagnosis, I have emerged victorious as a self-published author, the co-executive producer of my short documentary, a keynote speaker, running successful platforms with over 80 million views worldwide, a certified health and life coach, and a true example of strength in the face of adversity. Just like most of you, when I was first presented with the news, it really took me outside of myself, and I did not know how I was going to do it. I was confused and scared, and yet I was still able to step back inside of myself, regain control, and turn my diagnosis into one of victory. While talking to others is very beneficial, talking to yourself is the most powerful. Your voice is not only the voice that you will resonate with the most, but it's also the voice that will play a subconscious role as well. You see, the things that we tell ourselves help to make ourselves work in a way that we don't even comprehend. You see, our inner voice is not only the voice that you will resonate with the most, but it's also the only voice that plays a subconscious role in our bodies. You may not understand, but by talking to yourself, your cells and molecules are listening and will react accordingly. I remember when I was in the hospital and my kidneys failed, my doctor came in and said to me, "Why don't you try talking to your kidneys? They may listen." You see, at the time I was so naive and immature that I took it for a joke, and I didn't really understand the deeper meaning behind what he was saying. And yet later in my life, when I put this into practice and I started to talk to my body, it was only then that I realized that your cells are listening and will respond depending on how you speak to them. And so now I actively try to speak to myself in a kinder way and encourage my body to heal and recuperate. You see, our minds are so powerful, more powerful than we give them credit for. And so many of us count ourselves out of the fight before it's even begun. You'll notice that in some scenarios, those who unknowingly accept their fate tend to deteriorate and go downhill quicker, while others who fight and push themselves tend to last and live longer. I am a prime example of the power of the mind. I was given less than 6 months to live, February of 1990. I just turned 41 years old, July of 2024. And so if you or a loved one have received a serious medical diagnosis, don't let it be a death sentence. Instead, take the time to learn, to understand, to sit with your emotions, and then slowly but surely take the steps to grow, heal, and ultimately come out victorious. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. I hope that you found the information and some of my tips helpful, and hopefully you or a loved one can implement them in your own disassociation diagnosis journey. For more coping skills and tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for future episodes by setting your notifications to all on my homepage. Don't forget your strength. Don't forget your power. But more importantly, do not forget that you are not defined by your diagnosis.